G'day, g'day. Thought I'd go for a little bit of a toddle and give you an idea about the cost of booze here in Bangkok. And not specifically talking about bars and stuff, because they can be a little bit variable. But what I've noticed here is the liquor store prices are kind of like for like. They don't seem to have any giant discount liquor places here. So I'm just going to go down to the local joint, start with, you know, the basic price of beer, wine and some spirits. Probably give you the base price of like the cheapest vodka that you normally get, the cheapest whiskey, and I guess you can just go up from there. But anyway, let's go down. It's about a 14-minute walk, but I thought it'd be nice to have a leg stretch. I can kind of catch the MRT down there as well. Don't want to be too lazy. Like to get out and about. It's kind of cool just wandering around the streets of Bangkok. And where we are, even though it's not that far to what a lot of people would consider the hub of downtown like Sukhumvit, you're quite anonymous here, which I love. Like probably going to be the only Western tourist that I see on this walk down here, and maybe even at the liquor store at the street mall. So we're going into the food land there, so I'll catch you up soon when we get to the store. Grabbed a couple of chicken skewers. Roadside little street stall there. 20 baht for two. Yeah, love that 20 baht number. Like 90 cents Australian, 65, 70 cents US, along those lines. Winner, chicken dinner. Rightio, so here we are at the street mall at Ratchada, well, one of the entryways. And I just noticed, there you go, 24-hour Burger King, and Foodland is also 24 hours. The supermarket here, they've got a 24-hour restaurant in there. But yeah, in lieu of the fact that you've got a hangover of the munchies for whatever other reason, and you're in the area, in lieu of the fact that I haven't seen kebabs here, which are a hangover favourite or a drunken favourite back home towards the end of the night when you're heading home, you've got a 24-hour Burger King here. So let's head in onto the Foodland, and they've got a little liquor store in here. Here we go. The lighting's not going to be great on the old GoPro, it's a bit dark. Did I mention? Those two chicken skewers were beautiful. Tasty, good flavour. And crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. Fantastic for 90 cents Aussie, about 65, 70 US. Anyway, here's a couple of premixes here. So we're getting 23 baht to the Aussie dollar. I think at the moment it's around 34 baht to the US dollar. I'll double check that, but it's around that. So we've got the old highballs. It says it's got whiskey in it. I'm not sure what type. Maybe we drink these in Japan, but I know there's Suntory whiskey, so that's fine. So what do we got here? $2.69 for some Smirnoff original. Oh, sorry, $2.09. Not doing well. I've even got my glasses on. What we got? Jack. There's let me have a look. Yeah, that's only a 2-pack. Jack. Oh yeah. These are the opening hours, by the way. This is the only time you can buy booze. So outside of those hours, try to buy a liquor store outside of a bar. Okay. So look, let's move on down. Let's have a looky. Now I don't know much about wine, but anyway, let's start with some. This is an Aussie, which is pretty well known and liked in Australia. So that's a rosé sparkling. and that's $9.45, and I probably pay around 25 Aussie dollars back home for that. Okay, Yellowtail. It kind of makes it a little bit easy when there's a few Aussie wines here, but you know, here's some of the stuff. I guess it's maybe they consider it flash here, but some French stuff. There's a Penfold, again, probably a lot more than what you're paying back home. That's Aussie stuff. Napa, maybe you know some of this. Just a comparison, right? Gives you a bit of an idea of what you're paying for wine. Some red. What do we got? Lots of reds here. Merlots. I don't know all the brands. It's just giving you an idea of what you could be up for. Hardies. These are all Aussie stuff. Guess they've kind of got Wolf Blass. That's Aussie as well. What's that? So we're getting four. Not too bad, but maybe you're going to pick that up cheaper back home by a bit. That's 4 by 4, so roughly about $18. Tintara, tons of stuff that you're familiar with back in Australia. So there's nothing really cheap here. I mean, I'm not seeing any bottles that say, you know, we can get 20. I pay about $18 to $20 for that double barrel. It's nice. Cab Sav back home. So you can crunch the numbers. 920 divided by 23 or 34. 23 Aussie. 23 baht for the Aussie dollar, or 24 for the US dollar. And a bunch of other stuff here. Right. So check that out. Mixers, 57, 35. What's that? So that's about $1. So probably not too bad. You pay a bit, you'd be paying more in the bar for that sort of thing. So let's have a look at whiskies. Okay, so this 100 Pipers, because I've had over 1,000 single malts from Japan, Scotland. I've had almost 600 from Japan alone. So I'm a bit au fait with the prices, but I picked up a bottle of this 100 Pipers, which I was drinking in India. And yes, it's a blend. It's, you know, it's not a single malt, but you can drink it neat. This is about the cheapest one I've found. I paid $4.65, I think it was, for a 700ml 70cl bottle, which was 22 Aussie dollars. I think we've kind of worked it out at, which is way cheaper than back home. Then you start to get into these. And you start to pay as much or more as back home. And these are just the blends. There are a few cheap blends. So let's have a look at a single malt. So the old Glenlivet 12. What are we getting? So yeah, that's like 150 Australian dollars. That's almost double what we pay at home. You know, it's big money. So Glendronach 12, we pay around 100 and 110 Australian, where we pay a lot of money anyway. So that's well over that. Yeah. Okay. Don't look for single malt whiskey bargains. I think you're getting the picture. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at some bourbons. Okay. Good old Jack. We pay about $50 for a 70cl back home. That's 50 Australian dollars. So again, what are we looking at? 50. Yeah, it's more than what we pay back home. You get into Buffalo Trace, but we don't have a big jump between Jack and Buffalo Trace in price. But here we are looking at about $100. You're not really going to get bargains here, folks, once you get outside of, and I'll come back to the spirits again, once we get outside of beer. Okay. You got the Leo. That's a 3-pack, I think. Yeah, Leo 3-pack. All 3 packs. Look at that. It's about $8. About $8 Australian for a 3-pack, and they're larger. I think they're 420. Oh no, actually 620 ml bottles. So over half a litre a bottle. So you want to be a beer drinker here. You really would. You'd want to be a beer drinker. Okay. So that's a bit cheaper for the Chang. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at some of the vodkas that you might want. Okay. What's the old? Oh, here we go. The old Smirnoff. So again, you let me know. I'm not a vodka drinker. That's probably like the cheapest one you kind of get around back home. That's the 700. There's a litre. You start getting into Absolute. Yeah. Saw some tequila around here the other day. What do we got for the old Jose Cuervo? Yeah, that's kind of like home prices, and you get it so much cheaper in the US. Rums, let's just go with the old Bacardi. Let's start with there, because you can work your way up from price. If you know how much Bacardi is, it's like the cheapest mixer you can get, $7.89. And then it goes up from there. Oh, sorry, $7.69. At a club we pay about $50 for that back home. Maybe that's about this. And this is the local Mekong. It says whiskey, but I read that it's actually 90% molasses based, so more like a rum and some sort of neutral spirit. Okay, heading over to the gins. Okay, I don't even know what the cheapest gins are. I'm not a gin drinker. Don't like the stuff. Anyway, you'll get the point. Beefeater, yeah, that's probably going to be close to your cheapest one. Crunch the numbers. And then, I guess some of the more upmarket brands, for want of a better word. And yes, I've been to South Africa many times, so I know there's a lot of craft stuff, which people would just laugh if I said this is good. They tell me all about the craft gins and tell me, yeah, you don't know anything about gin, there's a lot better than this stuff here. So anyway guys, that gives you an idea of liquor store prices here. Not cheap. Not cheap. When you get out of beer, you're getting into Australian prices or more. So do not expect a bargain, folks. Hope you're beer drinkers. Take care. Talk to you soon.